Hello and welcome back to A Course in Miracles workbook for students, lesson 136. Sickness is a defense against the truth. No one can heal unless he understands what purpose sickness seems to serve, for then he understands as well its purpose has no meaning. Being causeless and without a meaningful intent of any kind, it cannot be at all. When this is seen, healing is automatic. It It dispels this meaningless illusion by the same approach that carries all of them to truth and merely leaves them there to disappear.
Mhm. Sickness is not an accident. Like all defenses, it is an insane device for self-deception. And like all the rest, its purpose is to hide reality, attack it, change it, render it inept, distort it, twist it, or reduce it into a little pile of unassembled parts. The aim of all defenses is to keep the truth from being whole. The parts are seen as if one were a whole within itself.
Defenses are not unintentional, nor are they made without awareness. They are secret magic wands you wave, and then truth appears to threaten what you would believe. They seem to be unconscious, but because of the rapidity with which you choose to use them, in that second, even less in which the choice is made, you recognize exactly what you would attempt to do and then proceed to think that it is done.
Who but yourself evaluates a threat, decides escape is necessary, and sets up a series of defenses to reduce the threat that has been judged as real? All this can be done unconsciously, but afterwards, your plans require that you must forget you made it, so it seems to be external to your own intent, a happening beyond your state of mind, an outcome with a real effect on you instead of one affected by you, by yourself. Sorry.
It is this quick forgetting of the part you play in making your reality that makes defenses seem to be beyond your own control. But what you have forgot can be remembered, given willingness to reconsider the decision which is doubly shielded by oblivion. Your not remembering is but the sign that this decision still remains in force, as far as your desires are concerned. Mistake not this for fact. Defenses must make facts unrecognizable. They aim at doing this, and it is this they do.
Every defense takes fragments of the whole, assembles them without regard to all their true relationships, and thus constructs illusions of a whole that is not there. It is this process that imposes threat, and not whatever outcome may result. When parts are wrestled from the whole and seen as separate and wholes within themselves, they become symbols standing for attack upon the whole, successful in effect and never to be seen as whole again. And yet you have forgotten that they stand but for your own decision of what should be real, to take the place of what is real.
Sickness is a decision. It is not a thing that happens to you quite unsought. Pardon me, which makes you weak and brings you suffering. It is a choice you make, a plan you lay. For when an instant truth arises in your own deluded mind, and all your world appears to totter and prepare to fall, now you are sick. That truth may go away and threaten your establishment no more.
How do you think that sickness can succeed in shielding you from truth? Because it proves the body is not separate from you, and so you must be separate from the truth. You suffer pain because the body does, and in this pain are you made one with it. Thus is your true identity preserved, and the strange, haunted thought that you might be something beyond this little pile of dust silenced and stilled. For see, this dust can make you suffer, twist your limbs, and stop your heart, commanding you to die and cease to be.
That's a little dramatic.
Mm.
Thus is the body stronger than the truth, which asks you to live, but cannot overcome your choice to die. And so the body is more powerful than everlasting life, heaven more frail than hell, and God's design for the salvation of his son opposed by a decision stronger than than his will. His son is dust, the father incomplete, and chaos sits in triumph on his throne.
Such is your planning for your own defense, and you believe that heaven quails before such mad attacks as these. With God made blind by your illusions, truth turned into lies, and all the universe made slave to laws which your defense would impose on it. Yet who believes illusions but the one who made them up? Who else can see them and react to them as if they were the truth?
God knows not of your plans to change his will. The universe remains unheeding of the laws by which you thought to govern it, and heaven has not bowed to hell nor life to death. You can but choose to think you die, or suffer sickness and distort the truth in any way. What is created is apart from all this. Defenses are plans to defeat what cannot be attacked. What is unalterable cannot change, and what is holy, sinless, cannot sin.
Such is the simple truth. It does not make appeal to might or triumph. It does not command obedience, nor seek to prove how pitiful and futile your attempts to plan defenses that would alter it. Truth merely wants to give you happiness, for such its purpose is. Perhaps it sighs a little when you throw away its gifts, and yet it knows with perfect certainty that what God wills for you must be received.
It is this fact that demonstrates that time is an illusion. For time lets you think that God has given you not the truth right now as it must be. The thoughts of God are quite apart from time, for time is but another meaningless defense you made against the truth. Yet what he wills is here, and you remain as he created you.
Truth has a power far beyond defense, for no illusions can remain where truth has been allowed to enter, and it comes to any mind that would lay down its arms and cease to play with folly. It is found at any time today, if you will choose to practice giving welcome to the truth.
This is our aim today, and we will give a quarter of an hour twice to ask the truth to come to us and set us free. And truth will come, for it has never been apart from us. It merely waits for just this invitation which we give today. We introduce it with a healing prayer to help us rise above defensiveness and let truth be as it always has been. Sickness is a defense against the truth. I will accept the truth of what I am and let my mind be wholly healed today.
Healing will flash across your open mind as peace and truth arise to take the place of war and vain imagings. Imagings.
Imaginings.
Imaginings, thank you.
You're welcome.
There will be no dark corners sickness can conceal and keep defended from the light of truth. There will be no dim figures from your dreams, nor their obscure and meaningless pursuits with double purposes insanely sought, remaining in your mind. It will be healed of all the sickly wishes that it tried to authorize the body to obey.
Now is the body healed because the source of sickness has been opened to relief, and you will recognize you practice well by this. The body should the body should not feel at all. If you have been successful, there will be no sense of feeling ill or feeling well, or pain or pleasure. No response at all is in the mind to what the body does. Its usefulness remains and nothing more.
Perhaps you do not realize that this removes the limits you had placed upon the body by the purpose you gave to it. As these are laid aside, the strength the body has will always be enough to serve all truly useful purposes. The body's health is fully guaranteed because it is not limited by time, by weather, or fatigue, by food and drink, or any laws you made it serve before. You do not need nothing now. You need do nothing now to make it well, for sickness has become impossible.
Yet this protection needs to be preserved by careful watching. If you let your mind harbor attack thoughts, yield to judgment, or make plans against uncertainties to come, you have again misplaced yourself and made a bodily identity which will attack the body, for the mind is sick.
Give instant remedy should this occur by not allowing your defenses to hurt you longer. Do not be confused about what must be healed, but tell yourself, I have forgotten what I really am, for I mistook my body for myself. Sickness is a defense against the truth, but I am not a body, and my mind cannot attack, so I cannot be sick. Wow, that's
Interesting.
interesting. Yeah, yeah,
But we feel sick, we feel pain. So we're obviously anchored into the illusion,
yes,
which how can you not? We're trying
yeah,
our best not to be, and we're
yeah.
ramping up our awareness of the truth of this illusion.
Mm-hmm.
But I broke my leg.
Yeah, that was an
Your
illusion.
back hurts. That seemed very real to me.
Yeah, right.
So to me, it feels like, the illusion of manifestation finances or, a money.
Right.
Um, we
Yeah.
can say a mantra and we're not sick. Well, actually, and this is irrelevant in a way, anyways, because this is what comes and goes, the outside body.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it's the soul of who we are, but it's hard to trick. Maybe we've got it the wrong way around. It's easy to trick our body to be well, or or maybe we don't have to do anything. I don't know, right? It's
Yeah, and maybe our whole life is to get to a place where we understand this,
yeah,
right? You can't, how do you understand this at 2 years old?
yeah,
It's actually, you probably do understand it at 2 years old. How
yeah,
fast
because
the conditioning takes place is probably independent, right? One kid to
yeah,
the next. But as we get older, we get more entrenched in the lie.
yeah. Well,
So,
and little ones, they mostly look at you because they're embarrassed they fell or hurt themselves or whatever, right?
right. Yeah.
It's not that it actually physically hurts. No, I remember
Hmm.
skinning my knees at 10 years old, and
Sure.
I don't actually remember if it hurt. I know I scraped the skin and was bleeding and whatever, but I actually was more, embarrassed.
Hmm. That stings. Embarrassment.
Right.
Mm. Yeah.
This is like manifesting that our bodies don't hurt or don't matter.
Hmm. How do you think that sickness can succeed in shielding you from truth? Because it proves the body is not separate from you, and so you must be separate from the truth. This is a number
Yes,
eight.
where is that?
8. You suffer pain because the body does, and in this pain you are made one with it. Thus is your true identity preserved, and the strange, haunting thought that you might be something beyond this little pile of dust silenced and stilled. For see, this dust can make you suffer, twist your limbs, and stop your heart, commanding you to die and cease to be.
Yes, which means we're anchoring in how important the body is, which of course we need in this go around. Um, I don't, this is a hard one.
Yeah. Do animals feel the same when they hurt themselves? Are
I
they part
I
of the
think of the
illusion
deer I
also?
see that maybe are limping and stuff that I see on my walk, and
Right.
pardon me, they whether they've been nudged by a car or they've who knows fallen or whatever,
Yeah.
they just keep going.
Mm-hmm.
They I see videos of dogs that have been hit seriously by a car and they're spinal and they're dragging their back legs. They
Right.
just keep going.
But they're still
Yep.
hurt, are they not?
I would guess they're still hurt, but at some point they also have like they have to keep going and they have to eat, so they can't,
They drag their mangled torso into the bush.
and they just keep begging for food and dragging their legs until they just keep looking for food and water or whatever. They don't just go, oh, I'm injured, I'm going to go into the bush and die. They keep,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, some do probably, but
Well, whether they feel like it or not, they might end up doing just that, right?
yeah,
Because the body just can't go on anymore.
yeah. But if they've broken their back, I mean, even humans, there's humans that don't have part of their spine and their lower extremities,
Mm-hmm. If they
they've
just
been
woke up,
adjusted
they
to.
would get up. Yeah, this is interesting.
We
And
are, go
sorry, go
ahead.
ahead.
No,
Is
I
it
don't know.
just to make this distinct or make this separate distinction from spirit to our earthly body?
Hmm.
I can make that leap.
Yeah, the truth is, the more we anchor in our body and go, oh, that hurts, or whatever, then because we've had chapters of happiness is your only function, forgiveness is your only function. But
Yeah.
because we have this outer body, and like we've said many times, you can tap things, but that part doesn't really exist.
Mm-hmm.
Then, if our bodies don't really exist in this illusion, then can we feel pain or sick? So it's
Hmm.
kind of a little bit of, playing with our minds, but because we need our minds too. Our minds are part
Yeah.
of our body.
This whole book is that,
Yeah.
right?
And number seven, sickness is a decision. It is not
Mm-hmm.
a thing that happens to you quite unsought, which makes you weak and brings you suffering. It is a choice you make, a plan you lay for when instant truth arises in your own deluded mind and all the world appears to totter and prepare to fall. Now you are sick that truth might go away and threaten your establishments no more. I think it's, walking that tightrope between
Mm-hmm.
we have this body that does things and requires things, and knowing the truth of who we are, that there's gurus out there that never eat.
Mm.
They don't need it. They're so masterful that they don't need to eat or drink. I'm sure it's like two or three people, maybe, maybe five.
Right. Yeah.
Maybe there's more. I really have no idea. But we're when we acknowledge that we're sick, and I'm coughing, so I do it too.
Mm-hmm.
We're reinforcing that this is the truth and not an illusion.
Right. So it's really just the essence of who we are that can never be sick.
I don't know.
As if we are not our body, then that's the separation.
Yeah. So once we accept, honor, well, think of our body and get sick and hurt,
Mm-hmm.
that's the separation.
Right.
This is a hard one for my head, not going to lie.
Yeah. Yeah.
Number nine, thus is the body stronger than the truth, which asks you to live and cannot overcome your choice to die. Thus, the body is stronger than the truth. So we've made our bodies more important because we
Yes.
can see, feel it than the truth of who we really are.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
We are really insane then.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Never mind all the nonsense going out in the world. We
We're just
operate
part of
in our
that.
bodies.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm really gonna have to think about this more, which I guess is the whole point, right?
Yeah, that's the whole point of all of this, right?
Mhm.
Number 14, truth. I didn't underline much until the last sort of page or so, but truth has a
Mhm.
power far beyond defense, for no illusions can remain where truth has been allowed to enter. So, does that mean as soon as we realize our truth, that our bodies don't exist, that we actually just
Die.
to return to dust.
Right. That's what I think. I mean, that's what I've kind of my conclusion is as well.
Yeah,
You only realize the truth when you die.
yeah.
It's very hard to realize that and still live, I think.
Or is it? Are we making it hard? Like, I don't know, right?
Yeah.
And again, sickness is a defense against the truth.
Hmm.
That's the italics in 15. I will accept the truth of what I am and let my mind be wholly healed today.
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah, it is. So that means there's really nothing wrong with our body. We've just let it decide, because sickness is a
Yes.
decision, to be
Right.
sick or sore in your
Hmm.
case.
Hmm. We've just let it become a multi-billion-dollar industry to keep us from the truth.
Someone has thought of this because of this chapter.
Hmm.
If we can convince people that they're sick and they need something,
Hmm.
um, then we have a multi-billion-dollar industry.
Right.
It's funny. I was talking to a friend the other day, and I said, "Oh, I was trying to manifest the $80 million lottery." And I said, "Oh, I think 10 million would be enough." And she says, "No, not for me. She's had breast cancer." And she said, I would have a breast cancer clinic in Vernon. And I said,
Mm.
"Well, breast cancer's had how many billions of dollars into research
Yeah.
and they haven't cured it yet?"
Yeah.
And she said, "Oh, some of them, and I get it. Some of them are cured, but
Really?
um, we don't
What's cured?
understand the foundations of that, because there's been an agenda to kill us.
You're right.
So the soil is nasty, the air is nasty, or has been, or
Hmm.
whatever we believe.
Hmm.
If we believe that our body is working perfectly and functioning perfectly, then we don't have cancer. I am whole and
Right.
healthy.
Yeah. Yeah. That's how I feel too.
you
Yeah.
know, anyway, I don't know why I brought that up, but
Well, that's a perfect example.
because and watch me die of cancer. I mean, but I'm not ever going to know because I'm not going to go to a doctor because I don't trust them.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
This is tricky, this one.
Hmm.
No one can number one, the first line, no one can heal unless he understands what purpose sickness seems to serve. For then he
Seems
understands
to
as
serve.
well its purpose has no meaning, causeless, meaningless intent. It cannot be at all. Heal When this is seen, healing is automatic. It dispels this meaningless illusion by the same approach that carries all of them to truth and merely leaves them there to disappear.
Hmm.
Let's focus on that. That seems simple enough.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
still tricky, not gonna
Yeah.
lie.
I agree.
Sickness is a defense. I would have said sickness is a barrier against the truth. Because if we believe
Hmm.
we're sick, which we do, then yeah. So
Hmm.
in this first chapter, in the like number one, it can't be, it is causeless without meaning intent. It cannot be at all. We feel the first feelings of a sore throat. Oh, and I got a twinge in my back. I better go lay on the couch.
Hmm.
If we were just
Hmm.
like, that doesn't even exist,
Would it go away?
we'd have to really believe.
I guess. Yeah. Yeah.
We
That's our
have to remember
superpower.
who we are.
Hmm.
I don't know, right? I don't know. This is tricky. This All of these chapters lately have been tricky,
Yeah. Yeah.
but interesting at the same time.
Oh, yeah. Totally. Yep.
Okay, we'll wrap it
Well,
up there. That's pretty good dissection.
yep, I think so too.